Never try to prove your truth to anyone, because the one who trusts you doesn't need proof, and the one who doesn't trust you will never believe it anyway. The biggest mistake we make is trying to look good in other people's eyes. But real peace comes the day you stop letting people's opinions control your heart. The burden of proving yourself is not only heavy, it's exhausting. Life's beauty reveals itself the moment we realize that not everything has to go our way. Sometimes circumstances adjust to us, and sometimes we must adjust to circumstances. A person's true identity is not reflected in their words, but in their actions. Relationships sprout from love, survive through communication, thrive with empathy, break with misunderstandings, and shatter under ego. When tough times come, people often feel broken. But remember, during an exam, even the teacher stays silent. In the same way, God remains quiet in our struggles, not because He's absent, but because He wants us to discover our own strength. Complaints kill relationships, and if you carry them silently inside, they'll eventually break you instead. Ask ice why it's so cold, and it will answer, "Because my past was water, and my future will be water again. Why should I burn with heat in the present?" In the same way, we too must never forget our roots. No matter how high we rise, if we lose humility, our relationships turn like coal, burning when hot and staining when cold. Empty your basket of expectations. The less you cling to desires, the more peace will follow, because worries walk away when they find nothing to feed on. Anger always comes alone, but it takes away every good quality from us. Patience also comes alone, but it leaves behind countless blessings. Beautiful moments pass by like travelers on a road, but their memories often stay behind, standing still as if frozen in time. We spend a lifetime recalling those moments we once lived, but that time never returns. Respect is earned when people acknowledge what you've done. Arrogance begins when you start thinking you did everything alone. When you feel exhausted in life, don't share that secret with everyone. People will pick up a broken brick, so imagine what they'll do with a broken soul. Many times our struggles aren't caused by anyone's envy or curses. It's just the season of life we're in. Remember, nobody can take more than what destiny has written. One day, a man asked only for a piece of bread and left behind 1,000,000 blessings. That's when I learned, wealth is not in your bank account. Wealth is in your heart. This world is strange. A person's goodness is often recognized only after they're gone. Everyone wears a watch, but no one can hold on to a single moment. Real prayers aren't spoken with the lips, they're whispered from the heart. And prayers from the heart are never wasted. Keep your back strong, because praise also comes from behind, and betrayal too. Never depend on your age or your money, because anything that can be counted will one day run out. And when you feel tempted to do wrong, just remember, God sees, angels record, death is certain, and the return ticket to eternity was handed to us the day we were born. Some questions in life can only be answered by time, and those answers are always flawless. Stay away from two kinds of people: those who invent flaws in you that don't exist, and those who assign virtues to you that you never had. Lies are strange when we tell them they sound sweet, but when someone else tells them, they sting. A person begins walking on the right path the day they realize, I too can be wrong. Don't take pride in what your father achieved. The real pride is when you achieve so much that your father brags about you. The difference between chess and life is small. In both, when you lose integrity, the game is already over. Humanity dies the day we start laughing at another person's pain. Never betray anyone, because betrayal always echoes back, no matter how long it takes. Life is never exactly as we imagine. We think one thing, we do another, and in the end, what we receive looks nothing like what we pictured. Learn to admit your mistakes. Greatness belongs to the one who can recognize their flaws. Time plays in mysterious ways. Sometimes waves force the shore backward, sometimes the shore pulls the waves. Every turn in life brings a lesson. No lesson is ever too small. Every experience makes us bigger. Love and life share an interesting bond. No matter how many struggles we face, we still fall in love with life. Memories are like birds. They fly away without permission. Sometimes we miss someone deeply, but in their world, we're nothing more than a passing thought. Respecting others and earning respect are both skills to be learned. Love happens naturally, but respect is earned only through good character. Truth is never bitter. It's just that sometimes the way it's spoken is. The crowd of this world is deceptive. Everyone sees people everywhere, but each person still walks alone. People understand their own interests, but they rarely understand the deeper meaning of words. The moment you cheapen yourself, every relationship with you becomes expensive. Be careful even with small mistakes, because they open the door to bigger ones. Try being kind, even when there's no reason to, because being kind for a reason is easy, but being kind without one is divine. Don't complain about why others don't remember you. Ask yourself, do you remember everyone? The game of relationships is strange. If someone talks badly about others to you, don't expect them to praise you when you're not around. People pretending to be good can hurt more than openly bad people. The biggest truth of life is this: everyone lives for themselves. Nobody is here to fulfill your dreams. Each person's purpose is to build their own destiny and their own worth. Time, power, money, and health may not always stay with you, but character, wisdom, and true relationships will. For the pure of heart, every place is a temple. Find beauty in your work. That is true worship. Relationships entangled in lies and selfishness never last. Sometimes it's better to be alone than to compromise your values. Life is a game. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. But the real player is the one who keeps playing, no matter what. Silence, too, is an art. But don't keep the kind of silence that makes people question your character. The wisest person is the one who doesn't drown in pride when successful and doesn't collapse in despair when failing. Life is like the wind. It never blows in the same direction forever. Time always changes. When obstacles block your path, be like the river. Push past everything in your way and keep flowing toward your destination. In this world's carnival, everyone is alone. Nobody truly belongs to anyone. People understand convenience, not meaning. Small sins lead to big ones, so learn to stop early. Finding mistakes isn't wrong, but start with your own. The right action is always the one that never has a wrong intention. Life teaches us that no matter if the time is good or bad, it passes. So don't grow arrogant in success, and don't sink in sorrow during hardship, because another name for time is change.